Everyone, this is the dialogue. Thanks for being with me. So this particular video, it's going to show you the intention of a person, and we're going to look at the micro expressions from that person. Now, I'm using this guy called Kevin Dubois, and he is an actor, and he has got 7 different techniques with the same lines. I'm going to go through the micro expressions as I see them relating to his intention. Now, this first one is from the Rutger Haugen technique, who is an acting teacher. And remember, this guy is an actor, and he is doing the substitution. So he's substituting a scenario in place of what's actually going on, the lines that he's about to speak.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, these micro expressions are extremely small. This works, this particular Rutger Haugen substitution acting technique actually works on screen. If you look at his micro expressions, they're congruent with what he's actually portraying.
Yeah, that's all.
So this next one is thoughts before lines, or opposites. So what he's going to do is he's going to say the same lines, but instead of substituting something into this situation, he is going to be using opposites. So instead of hating, he's going to be loving. And let's look at his facial expressions when he does this.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Okay, did you see that? See his little lip? It went up a bit. Remember, he's doing the opposite of what the lines are saying. And so you see that his expressions are, I hate you. He doesn't really. There's a sense that he really does like whoever it is, because that's what he's conjuring up in his mind. Let's have a look again.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
See the little shoulder shift? Yeah, that's all. It's not. When he did the shoulder shift, which is a shrug, that's not what he's meaning. He's meaning the complete opposite. He just told us his intention, but his lines are different. So what I'm saying is, like, when you look at body language of people and they say one thing, but their body's saying another thing. So the shoulder shrug can mean the opposite of what you actually feel.
I hate you.
I hate you. And the eyebrow went up, and there is a slight grin on his face.
And despise you.
Although he's got a nod going on. Interesting.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Shoulder shrug. Now, this next technique is from Lee Strasberg, a very famous acting tutor, lecturer in New York. And he has done the emotional recall and emotional memory. This is what a lot of method actors use in their acting. So basically, an actor conjures up an emotional time from their past and they bring it into the moment. It's kind of like substitution, but you're bringing in your memory and you're also bringing in an emotion. I don't know what he's bringing up, but it's not to do with what the lines are. But let's just see his micro expressions coming through.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you.
See that? His eyes, they're contracted. You could see the wrinkles coming through. There is a lot of hate. You can see the hate and the intensity in the eyes. So it could be bringing up where he's really hated someone in the past.
Despise you.
Despise. Again, you see the tenseness around the eyes and the furrowing of the brows.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
His eyebrows slightly went up, which means that he doesn't quite believe it. There's more to the story, or there's a little bit of fear there, but man, that's a good face for acting. So this next technique is where he is also using substitution from Rutger Haugen, but he's changing it where he's in his mind, he's thinking that his girlfriend has just cheated on him.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Do you see that? So his head nodded with that, and he had a little bit of contempt in his mouth there.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
So that's very believable, and he's nodding his head, and you would believe that too if you were watching him on screen.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, that was nice. The squinty eyes, that tells you that he's angry. So if you see someone in your life when they've got those squinty eyes, or on television somewhere, you can tell that they're actually angry. Remember, this guy is a professional, so he's using techniques, basically showcasing what his emotions are doing. So this next technique is basically from the intellect. So you're not coming from the heart or the emotions, it's straight from the intellect. It's my least favorite, but you'll see a lot of politicians who just use this all the time. They're coming from the head. They're not coming from the heart, which you and I pick up on.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Eyebrows lift. I hate you and despise you. It's like, oh, neither here nor there.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
I mean, the acting technique could be used in a lot of areas, but as you can see, the intellect is not very personable and we can't really connect with that person. So this next technique is coming from the heart. It's actually him coming from the heart and finding authenticity.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Is that all?
Yeah, and that's all.
That was beautiful. So it's coming from the heart. So to me, it's one of the better techniques. And you can see that micro expressions all over his face, slight contempt here, slight eyes, and nodding of the head. So it's like he's really ticking all the boxes with believability here. So this one here, I'm going to let you try and figure out what's going on in his head with the same lines and the acting technique. So let's have a look.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Really, his head is slightly tilted down, but his eyes are looking straight at the camera and he's got this continual grin. So what's going on in his head? It's all about sex and it's all about the crotch. So he's coming from a sexual manner saying those lines. So this last technique is a Meisner technique. Now this is all about listening, but also putting on to the other character. So we all have people in our lives that put things on us. In fact, we all do it at various times. When we're angry at someone, we put something on other people. Politicians do this a lot when they're trying to blame each other. Our leaders do this a lot when they're trying to blame each other. Let's have a look at this technique.
Tell me how you really feel.
I hate you and despise you.
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
That could be like a bully. So that's a bullying technique, you know, someone putting on to the other character. Basically, guys, I just wanted to show you an actor using different intentions behind the words he's speaking and the micro expressions which come through. For me, the most authentic was when he was being authentic. Also the method acting and also the emotional recall. However, what didn't work for me was the intellect when he was just coming straight from the head, which a lot of politicians do. That's when we know that if something is incongruent with the words you're saying and there's something going on and you need to dig further. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed putting it together. Please like, subscribe, and ding my bell. Thanks. The dialogue.